You showed up with your hair, a beautiful mess, black tank, unquiet smile, nothing more, nothing less. Behind those old frames were eyes that never lied, holding every word you were too afraid to hide. You said, if I asked you to do something for me, you wouldn't rush ahead so carelessly. You'd stop and ask exactly how I'd want it done, like loving me meant learning who I've become. You said you crave my attention, my praise, my acceptance too, that somehow my voice became the only place that ever felt like home to you. My body rejects the idea of not interacting with you. Those words still echo every night. There's a pit in my stomach every notification, 'cause I'm hoping somehow it's you tonight. I laughed and asked, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're in love with me. You smiled without a second thought and answered, yes, no games. I am in love with you in every sense of the word. Then your voice got quieter than I'd ever heard, like fear had finally found the perfect words. You looked at me and asked the question I can't leave behind. What if we never get the chance to be together and see what it's like? What if you lose the love you have for me? What if our timing never turns out right? I held my breath because I knew those weren't just questions in the air. They were the pieces of your heart you trusted me enough to bear. I don't know what tomorrow holds or if the miles will disappear, but I've never heard somebody love with honesty this clear. Forever only lasts a moment. I'd still choose to know your name, because real love isn't measured by how long we get to stay. You said I yearn for your attention, your praise, your acceptance too. Every text becomes a heartbeat, every silence pulls at you. And if one day we're standing on opposite sides of fate, I'll remember how you loved me before we even had a chance. Because you didn't play games, you didn't hide behind a smile. You simply looked at me and said, what if we never get the chance to be together and see what it's like? What if you lose the love you have for me? And somehow, that was the moment I realized you were already loving me in every sense of the